Hello and welcome everybody to part 1 of my Empire Total War Darthmod Let's Play as Great Britain. Now, before you all moan in dismay that a major nation, perhaps one of the major nations of the game, has been chosen, well, first of all, you should have spammed your voting link to friends, telling them to vote more for your faction if you feel disappointed. Great Britain won quite far. I think it had a lot to do with me at the beginning of the voting video saying I wouldn't mind playing as Great Britain, seeing as I am a British Let's Player, and or YouTuber rather, commentator, Total War player, and I've never actually done a Let's Play with, you know, my home nation, Great Britain. So I really should probably do one. Another reason which some of you did highlight, and some of you kind of almost had the sense to sort of acknowledge, is that Britain actually has perhaps one of the best starting positions in the game. It has territories in all three theatres of war in Empire Total War: America, Europe and India, meaning you'll be able to see confrontations and battles in all three theatres from the start of the campaign. So this is going to be a detailed, a long and hopefully full of action. There will hopefully be no dull points in this campaign. So, plus, of course, at the end of the day, it got the most votes. I had 122 when I closed down the poll. The Iroquois Confederacy and Sweden both came second, tied with 48. So, you know, pretty good going there. If this Let's Play goes well, by all means, I will continue to do more Empire Total War Darthmod Let's Plays. I've had a bad run of luck with Empire Total War and Let's Plays and crashes in the previous ones I've tried doing. So if this one works out fine, you will see more from me in the future. So, I think we've got everything covered that we need to cover. Let's have a look at quick settings I'm going to be playing this Let's Play on. Now, some of you, initially I said I was going to do a long campaign because I like the idea of having set territories to take over. But on reviewing the kind of the best settings for running Darthmod Ultimate Commander, or the latest version of Darthmod, which I'm running, which is 8.0.1, it runs best on campaign difficulty and battle setting of hard, and world domination. That balances the AI to the best settings that Darth has created the mod for, and world domination also apparently sees the kind of best from the campaign AI, whereas long campaign we'll see some of that, but not as, you know, as progressive as world domination. So with world domination I've got to take 50 regions, which should be doable. I'm starting with 6, so I've got 44 to get. Long campaign only needs me to take 35, and I take various other places, but I'll just expand wherever I want to go across my 3 theatres of war, and that'll be about it. So I think I've done enough chatting besides showing you the gameplay options. I've got a timer limit of 60 maximum. Here we go. Now some of you are going to be, oh, how can I install this? Are you going to do an install video? Why haven't you done an install video yet? Shush, shush, all of you, quiet. There will be an install video going up in the next few days. I don't know when it will go up as such, because I still need to record it. It shouldn't take too long to do. This is a pretty simple mod to install. However, if you look in the description, I will have placed a link to where you can download the latest version of Darthmod for Empire Total War, the same version that I'm using. Let's close this while I just finish off talking about Darthmod briefly. So there will be a link in the description where you can download it. Please, 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 and I will be stressing this on the install video. As much as I love helping you guys, a lot of you really don't help yourselves out by first looking at the kind of the frequently asked questions on the Total War Center website where Darthmod is hosted. Because on there, Darth goes, he spent a lot of time and effort making kind of a technical help Q&A list of, my game isn't running, why isn't it running, and he goes through various things you can try. If you try all of those and it's still not working, by all means comment and let me know it on the install video and, you know, future videos and things like that. But if you comment saying, oh, it's not working, I've got a problem, the first thing I will say to you is, have you read the post on the Total War Darthmod section for Empire? And if you say no, then I will sort of say, back you go, sort of thing. Because, you know, as much as I want to help you guys, you're not helping yourselves first by just using your eyes, using the link that I'm providing for you, using the link that Darth has provided for you, and, yeah, getting you started that way. So, I will be more than happy to help, and there will be other ways which, you know, I may have to kind of go over a few things for some of you to help you out getting the game to work and the mod to work. And that's fine, I'm more than happy to do that, but, if you could read the Q&A or the FAQ first on the link provided, that would save a great deal of time and effort, both mine and yours. because I can't always reply at 4 o'clock in the morning and sort of things. Right, as you can tell, I've got a cold as well. It's the end of it now, which is why my videos have been delayed the last few days. So my apologies if I'm coughing a little bit in this video. It should be gone soon.
Reveals new cutting-edge technologies
So
your nation in its bid for supremacy.
let's go through all the various factions and what have you here. Not factions, rather the units. Shush, woman. I've got maximum unit size on here, so we should have some big battles, by the way. I've got ultra unit size. So, obviously got 500 pikemen and 400 militia. They're going to be big battles. Got Isaac Newton here. We're going to pop him straight into Cambridge. Shush. And we're going to get researching on plug bayonet, because we're going to need that for melee. Now, seeing as I've got... I think actually something I always do when I've played as Britain on Empire before is I normally turn Oxford, rather than a church school, I destroy it and turn it into another college, another research, basically another educational research building. Do you reckon I should do that, or should I actually build this up and use agents to spread Protestantism across the world? Is that important? Do you find that important, people? I don't know. Let me know. Got all my secretary's head of state. He's something of a banker. He'd be good for treasury, actually, but this chap, John Smith, is bloody good. So you're not really that amazing. You are uptight. Procedure management, comptroller, treasury administration, global tax income. Let's try swapping these two around. No, he'd be terrible. Be absolutely terrible. Okay, let's pop you back at justice. You, Sydney, I'm going to kick you off the bench. I do this sometimes, sort out my ministers. Off you go. Right, we've got this chap. That'll do. To start with, the Right Honourable Opposition family tree. I don't know how this works in Empire Total War with Darthmod, rather. I don't know what things it specifically changes. I assume the line of succession or other claimants. Do we get revolutions then? So if someone wants to explain what that does, I mean, it's probably on a thread. I'm not taking my own advice for reading. I should probably do some more reading. But if anybody knows before I do a little read and find out more about it, then let me know. So I'm just going to go around, and I'm not going to upgrade that yet because I want to find out what you guys recommend. Whether I destroy it and build another college, or I build it up. So I'm going to build up my iron workshops here to just produce more income for me. I've got my rake here, which is going to come on a ship with this army in a moment. Anything else? I've got another fleet up here. I'm very much looking forward to naval battles. Governor's residence, and we'll bring this army in here. Scotland, laddie, we've got plenty to build here. Upgrade all of these. I'm not going to upgrade the settlement fortifications yet. Cobbled roads, though. Build that. And Ireland, let's come back and check out your infrastructure. Let's upgrade that. Focus on the Homeland first. What? Can't upgrade that yet. We can upgrade the Great Parliament. We can do that. We can't do that. And let's upgrade the roads. Right, so my army here is comprised of pikemen, militia, and we've got the line infantry, the Great Redcoat, and we've got John Churchill. So, I really want some more redcoats. Want some 33rd Foot, and more redcoats. And what I tend to do, I don't actually find much use for pikemen in the early stage. I'd rather just replace them with you know, line infantry or whatever, rather than swarm. So I use them as defensive units, along with militia. And I'm going to take the demi-cannons to my army here, and then I'm going to get them into this fleet, which I'm going to place in Portsmouth. But for now, we're going to leave it. I'm going to keep my rake. We're going to pop him with John Churchill's army. Now, the first thing I guess I have to think is where I'm going to attack, and I will come to the other theatres in a moment. I'm going to try and spread this Let's Play equally among the various theatres of war, and I've spent probably more on this theatre than the others, but this is my home territory. Let's have a look at the diplomacy briefly. There might be, yes, there'll be more trade opportunities. So France hates us, essentially. Norway, by Denmark, is a bit iffy. So we could go for taking out Denmark and consolidating the north. Who are they allied to? They're allied to Russia and Poland, Lithuania. So I've got to be careful who I attack. Because, I mean, I've played a few Empire Total War campaigns before, but I normally don't do too much in the European theatre to start with. It's more or less when other factions declare war on me later on that I then start doing things. Give Scotland, and they'll give me They'll give me that whole southern region if I give them Scotland. Counter offer. Let's go for that. Let's try that. No, okay, we don't want that. We don't want that. Let's go. We'll go. Give you a military alliance and trade though. No, okay. Let's try trade, and we will give you some money. There we go. Trying to choose my allies and enemies carefully. Going to try and at least get a trade agreement with them. I won't be allied with them. France, we might as well try and get a trade agreement with them because I don't. Oh no, I don't just want to declare war on them just yet. Ottomans, yes, why not? There we go. It's all about getting trade if we can. Hanover, we're allied with. Okay, allied of course with Portugal, and the 13 colonies, of course. They're my protectorate, and I will. Somebody's already suggested, like, please don't do the mission where you absorb them into your own empire, let America evolve. And I'm quite for that, actually, because then it creates another sort of power on the mainland, and it makes it a lot more interesting a campaign. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I could build some fourth-rate ships here, but I probably do need to check on my other theatres of war right now. So let's go across to India. And in Darthmod, with Britain, you get given Calcutta in Bengal. So it gives you a good starting position, and if I build the barracks, we can get sort of Indian Regiment and East India Company troops, which I really like the look of. I always like the little sort of change in unit sizing. It's not much stat change, but they look cool. Plus, it reminded me of reading and watching Sharp. I know that's obviously sort of nearly a century later, but you know what I mean. Government Council, let's do that, and we should produce some sepoys here, or sepoys, and let's build some roads first, basic roads. Excuse me for the horrible sound of their sorting out my nose. Let's build that. Rice paddies. We'll have to put a sort of money into America next time. My next theatre. So let's have a look. What's more? Tea or cotton. At the moment, cotton and tea are tied, so let's go for tea. Everybody needs tea. Every good British man needs his tea. So, I don't believe we have a fleet here. No. With the Dutch are allied to us, and they're here as well with their presence. So I'll probably look to be taking over the whole of the Indian continent. Sort of take out the Mughal Empire first, because I believe that they're probably the most susceptible to my attacks. Yes, they're already at war with the Maratha Confederacy. They have no allies. That's who I need to choose to pick off, people that have no allies first. Whereas here, if I attack France, they've got Spain to back them up, and Spain has quite a few regions, and they'll disrupt my trade as well. So I kind of want to avoid that. So those of you that have played this before, let me know of, you know, good targets that you think I can get away with. Let's take a look at, where's Denmark, actually? Or do we already have a look at Denmark? Can't remember. Denmark. They are allied. Yes, yes, we did have a look at them. Poland, Lithuania, and Russia. So that's a bit of a tricky one. That's a bit of a tricky one to go for, but perhaps we'll come across some more potential enemies in the Americas. That's next theatre of war. We've got plenty of pirates here, and we've got plenty of action to continue ourselves here by taking out all the different pirate bases at the Leeward Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, and sort of various other little pirate fortresses. We have reasonable little navy here, and of course we've got the 13 colonies on our doorstep, as well as up in Rupert's Land, the Moose Factory, where we are spreading Protestantism. Well, I can't say it. Like the plague, spreading that all around here. Colonial militia. I don't have enough money to build any of these, so I'm going to build. No, I'm actually going to save my money, but I do need to start building troops, because I know from past experiences that the Huron Waydot will attack me shortly if given the opportunity, so I need to kind of keep my outpost there alive. This navy, though, I would like to join up with this one. We're going to combine forces, and then we will take the fight to the pirates. And we will do that little naval scrap in a moment. I'm just checking here. What have we got? We can't really upgrade anything, but we've got sugar plantations. Build more militia, but a bit pointless. Build some colonial line infantry in a few turns. So, with my fleet, let's challenge the pirates to start with.
Think of the prize.
Think of the prize. And I'm going to risk an auto-resolve. And we have claimed victory. We've lost 2 of our ships. John Leakey's done well, bless him. And we could claim, what's this? We could claim a brig, or we could claim the prize money. I'm going to take the prize money right now. And then I better pull into port, where I can now replenish my troops. Or my navy, rather. I like to see away that first ship pretty easily. I wasn't going to show that just yet. Naval battles, I will be showing them. But they do take a while to get going now and then. Right, that's pretty much all the money I can do. I think I've done most of the diplomacy that I can do. Research-wise, I'm learning plug bayonet. So, with the first turn of the AI coming shortly, hopefully we'll see some interesting things going. Now, I know the end turn phases are quite long in Empire Total War, but it is good to show them now and then because you do get to see a sense of what's going on with the rest of the world, what the AI is doing. And yes, while I could cut them out so that you guys don't see it, so I still see them, I feel kind of it's a part of the experience. And as you guys will have guessed, this will fill what was the Dutch campaign on Napoleon Total War schedule of Saturdays and Wednesdays. But for this next coming week, I'm going to actually try and do a few more videos, just so that I get. Get a few more of these parts done, because I have been a bit biased in new Let's Plays that I've started. I've done quite a few parts. I've spanned them out a few parts. But anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about this once we resolve this. Ally attacked. Prussia has attacked Austria, and I'm allied to both. I am actually going to break my alliance with Prussia because, one, Austria is bigger, they've got more allies, and I don't want to be drawn into this conflict particularly, and I don't really want to enter into a war just yet with Austria. So I'm going to decline, and I'll break my alliance with Prussia. Who's this? Poland, Lithuania. I fought a military alliance. This means that I can't attack Denmark, which is a bit annoying, but it does mean that I can, try and take out Prussia. So, military access, 5 turns, military alliance, single payment, why not? We'll go for that. So it looks like my focus in the European theatre of war can be removing Prussia. But what I was saying a moment ago about doing more parts for this, I will probably be doing more parts on this Empire Total War Let's Play. I may not actually start to be able to do more of them rather from Wednesday. So on Wednesday you can expect I might upload 2 parts. And then I'll try and upload more on Thursday as well, and Friday if I get a chance, and then there'll be more on Saturday. So towards the end of next week there'll be an influx of Empire Total War parts just to get this campaign really pushing and started, because hopefully you guys will be interested in seeing it progress. Right, yeah, no. Military access 20 turns. No. I don't want anything to do with you. I really could just cancel that individually. I want to attack you in India, Mughal Empire. So yes, come Wednesday there will be more parts, and if I haven't had a chance to before, Wednesday will also be the day I upload the install video for Darthmod for Empire. So until then, the link is in the description to the main Darthmod page on the Total War Center. If you're having any issues with it with installing it, it's a pretty simple install. You just download it, you run it, it should automatically point at your Empire Total War Steam install.
There is unused land suitable for farm.
Then it should install and work fine. You just need to go through the launcher, and it's pretty self-explanatory. But check out the page there. Oh, I declined my alliance with Austria. Bugger! I should have accepted it. I was doing the wrong thing. Capture regions. A simple mission has been issued. General consensus. If I do that, they will join my nation, so I'm not too worried about doing that. Okay, so I need to re-establish my test of faith. Okay. Nova Britannia. Standard. Right, so I need to re-establish my alliance with Austria, because I've just declined that, and now I've broken the alliance, and now they're pissed. Okay, so let's try and offer them a horrific amount of money to take me back. No! Okay, right, we'll do a present state gift of this thoroughbred. Now they're a bit happier, but well, they're Catholic, so what can you expect? I really should have stuck up for Prussia. So in this case, I could... Oh, and they're allied with Poland and Lithuania. But I can't... No. Who's their enemies? United Provinces, of course. Okay, well... I'm not attacking either of them just right now, and I wasted my money on a thoroughbred, but oh well. It's fine, it's fine. It'll all come back. It'll all come back. I've got to read things properly, Lionheart. What? Right, let's send these line infantry out. Form up a small force. I don't actually know where I'm sending this army. I really should decide where I'm doing that. It seems like I don't need to bother with the European theatre of war just yet. And the actual action is going to be on the foreign theatres. I've got Scotland, Ireland, and England. I'm well protected. I've got my various forces all displayed. I've got my navies defending my coast. Netherlands is going after France straight away. So I guess it really is. It's with all this choice, I'm spoilt for choice of where I'm actually going to attack. What I was considering doing is actually sending this army as reinforcements to either India or America. Now, in America, my only kind of direct enemy right now are the pirates. So I'm sure I can build up a colonial force to deal with them. Let's upgrade these forces while I've got some money. So I'm sure they can be dealt with my sort of two little pockets here and my one in the north. So it would make sense to send this reinforcing force to India, where I plan on attacking the Mughal Empire and taking them over. So let me know what you think of that plan. I'm very much open to suggestions of, this is world domination, so it can go wherever I want pretty much. But I would be interested to see what you guys think, where you think I should focus my attention. We've got one more turn till the plug bayonet's done. I've pretty much spent all my money that I can do. Diplomacy-wise, I've wasted a thoroughbred, but oh well, we've got plenty more of them. We'll end the turn and see what France. I'm kind of waiting for someone to declare war on me, so then I can react to that. But obviously, it's going to be a very dull campaign while Lionheart just sits here waiting for attack. So I want to take the fight to them. But your recommendations would be greatly appreciated. I may not listen to them, but I will take them on board. Okay, military alliance with Sweden, and they're going to give me quite a bit of money. I will accept that. I'm quite happy to accept alliance. What I often find with Britain is that you build up so many alliances that you're left with very few people to actually attack. And in this case, the attacks mainly occur in the other two theatres of war and not Europe. It happens in India and America, which is precisely what is developing here. Okay. Well, of course I'm going to enter on the side of my ally against the Iroquois. We'll go to war with them. So it looks like, seeing as I've actually got an enemy in the States, that I could, at least envelop the United States, well, what will one day be the United States 13 colonies, with my own territories for now. I could bring some extra troops to bear there. Oh, and here we go. I thought they would probably attack. Everybody's joined in. So it looks like I do need to send reinforcements to the States as soon as possible.
There is a port in this region that has not yet been developed.
Trade agreement cancelled? Really? Yeah. Captain Kidd. Ah, yes. A new port emerges at Bristol. We've got a dockyard there, so I'm going to go for another trading port here. War declared between Poland and Austria. Okay, why has the Maratha Confederacy cancelled our trade agreement? Okay, they've just taken it back. AI does some crazy things. So in that case, it would seem that this army is best suited to sending abroad. In which case, I will produce regiment of horse, 2 more line infantry. And the thing that we need to do quickly, we need to get over to Rupert's Land up here, because this is where the enemy will send its forces. And I've only got Hessian line infantry to start with. I'm obviously going to try and upgrade so that I can get more troops. I'm going to upgrade the various bits around here as well. We're going to fur trader. 2 fur traders, wow. Lots of fur from here. So we're going to try and produce more men here. And we can upgrade the farm, the peasant farm here. They will come from down here. So I'm actually going to use my priest here. I'm going to send him out here to extend my line of sight a smidge. I don't think I've extended it at all. But Protestantism is now on the rise massively here, so we can send him over the border shortly to start causing trouble there. I think the 13 colonies are going to be fine with the Iroquois for now. I need to sort of defend against my own Native American incursion. And these places here, they're not really great for producing lots of infantry. I mean, this one here, I can produce colonial line infantry when I've got some more money. But we're not going to do amazingly well here, so I think I am going to send that army, John Churchill's army, next turn. That's recruitment. With those extra units, I'm going to send him to America. This should at least be a little bolster of forces that I can send across, and then I can start building up my navy here, at least rule the waves. Glorious Britannia. Sepoys here. They're fine for the moment. The Mughal Empire, we've got no active wars here, so we can hold off there. So it looks like my first threat is coming from the American theatre of war. And that's where I will be focusing my attention for sort of the next few turns. Plug bayonet is done. We're focusing on getting carbines done. But I'm actually not too interested in that just yet. I'd rather get square formation, because if I come up against anyone with cavalry, I am going to need the ability to form square. So we're going to end turn again. And see how the end turn phase goes. The United Provinces continuing to hammer away at the French ports. And Spain is going for a little jolly round Scotland. And we should try and take Gibraltar at some point from Spain. You know, follow history and what. I always do like to a degree, follow a little bit of conquering. Not to the point where some people say I should just sit on my island and just conquer Gibraltar and that's it. Because I do want to, this is a world domination campaign, so I definitely need to conquer territories. I can't just sit on my arse. But I would like to take Gibraltar. It's a nice little landing point into Spain as well. Funsies support Portugal if Spain goes to war with them. So 13 colonies moving their ships about. Where are we going? Looks like they're travelling across different theatres of war. Theatres of war rather than war. It's the croak in my throat with this killed. The Iroquois seem to be massing, and Knights of St. John pretty busy with their navy there. Oh, we could always take out the Knights of St. John. That's always fun. And I did that in my Greek campaign. And the Mughal Empire and the Maratha Confederacy duking it out. Hello, Denmark. How be thee in my waters? And here comes the force that I thought would come for me. So I do need to send that force there, because if they do take it from me, I want to reclaim it, and I'm going to need, yes, cannon and musket fire.
Unused land suitable for plantations.
Okay, where? Okay. Well, let's go for coffee or sugar. That is the question. Let's have a look on the trade. So coffee 14 and sugar at 18. Well, that sells it for me. We're doing sugar. Selling the white stuff. Sugar only. Ooh, recruitment report, yes. Construction, jolly good. Smallpox inoculation. So we've got this army coming towards us, which has a lot of bowmen, and they're normally pretty good at destroying my infantry, because they just hit me from range, and then they charge me and I'm annihilated.
I serve God's will.
Well, if that's going to be the case, I'm going to keep watching that unit there, but I'm just going to go across the border here to start causing disruption by spreading the word of God among the Native Americans. So let's pull up over here. Let's see what's going on. Let's get all my troops and the regiment of cavalry. We've got regiment of cavalry and a yeomanry. Yeomanry aren't too bad. They're all right. Right. So with this army, I mean, it's not much, but we need to race off to the New World. I'm going to pop all my chaps into a ship, into the navy. The navy is then going to pop across to the Americas. Be there in a few turns, and then I can hopefully get there in time to reclaim the Moose Factory, or maybe even save it. And I'm going to build, no, not a Royal Observatory here. In fact, I'm saving my money here. Oh, I didn't put my rake in there. Damn it. Poor rake. You could try and catch up with one of these ships, I guess. The Insurgent. But I need to leave a fleet here in defence of... In defence, anyway. So we'll send this rake to... We'll send him to Ireland, because then if my forces are coming back across, we'll pull him from over there and send him off to the New World. A rake to analyse the Native American forces. So let's go back over here. And what can we build? We can build Company Infantry, East India Company Infantry. So we're going to build some of them here. And if I can, I'm going to enlist a general. Yes, here we go. Ethan Dundas. Fine chap, yes. Quite. And he will lead my forces in Calcutta. So we're going to start building up a few forces over here. But we're going to pop across to the Americas now. Jamaica. Terrible, terrible impressions are going to follow. And we're going to have a brief look at the pirate stronghold on the Leeward Islands. On Antigua. And we're actually going to blockade them. And so, if we can get a small force together, we will be able to overrun them rather quickly, and they have a lot of sugar production. So, let's have a look at what basic forces do I have over here. I've got a unit of colonial dragoons, I've got pikemen, and I've got cannon. And then over here, I've actually got a general and militia. So, if I build more militia, I could take with them next turn, bring up my units from the Bahamas as well. Hopefully we can do a bit of damage. But the main focus is going to be what happens next here. But that's where I'm going to end this part, guys. The first few parts of this Let's Play will probably be nearer 30 minutes rather than just over 20, just so that we can get going with this. I know I spend a lot of time at the beginning actually explaining my choices and what have you, so this has probably only been about a 20-odd minute Let's Play, but there's a lot to cover. So that's also why I'm going to be doing a lot more parts of this from Wednesday next week to kind of get this campaign going, get it started. I hope you enjoyed the first part, even with all my ramblings. But link to the Darthmod download for Empire Total War is in the description. It's the latest version. Instructions are on that thread. I will be making an installation video on Wednesday, so you'll have to wait until then if you want to see a video install, but it's pretty straightforward. And again, if you're having any trouble with it, first of all, please go to the Darthmod thread, which I've linked to, and that sort of section of the Darthmod forums for Empire, because there's been a lot of time spent on trying to help you guys there first before you know you need to comment back. But of course, if you tried that and it's still not working, by all means come and comment. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy this Great Britain campaign. I hope you can see that, you know, the spanning across 3 theatres of war is actually going to make it interesting for those of you that aren't too interested in the faction itself. And if not, well, I've hopefully got some other Let's Plays that you guys are going to enjoy as well. So as always, I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe, thumb up this video, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with some Third Age Total War and my Hear Me Roar vlog. Ciao for now.